My in-laws are obsessed with me. Episode 91. We theorized that the princess suspected I had traveled back in time and set up a scenario to expose me to Lapileon blood. What if that were one of the conditions? From someone who's been affected by the curse, they would focus on whether I survive as a time traveler, but a sorcerer would focus on whether the time traveler's body showed any signs of the curse, which is a type of sorcery.
What do you mean by that?
Phineas, you said earlier that I probably don't have complete immunity. I may come back to life, but the fact of the matter is that I do stop breathing. I believe that means this is a case of neutralization. The people who have suffered through the entire course of the curse, or in other words, people who have died and traveled back in time, carry traces of the curse on them, and that's what neutralizes the curse when they come back into contact with it later. So from the princess's point of view, she saw that I survived, which meant that sorcery has no effect on me, which confirmed in her mind that I'm a time traveler.
I don't follow.
Since Lapileon blood can't kill me, it would be easy to assume that the same spell is just canceling itself out. But it's not the same. What I have is just a trace, an echo of the Lapileon curse, so we have to treat it as if it's a different spell entirely. Do you remember what the book said about the properties of sorcery? There's no way for us to tell what kind of sorcery is cast on the seal or what it does. But if my hypothesis is correct, I don't think the cuff spell will work on time travelers or any of the Lapileons. My body's already experienced one type of curse, and the Lapileons are the original vessel for that curse. When two different types of sorcery collide, they will neutralize each other. So I think that cuff might prevent this seizure from coming on.
What will you do if you're wrong? You aren't taking this seriously enough. Will you take responsibility for the consequences?
What's wrong?
Perfect timing. Look here. This woman is going to get Phineas killed with her ridiculous ideas.
It's true that my symptoms appeared as soon as the cuff was taken off me, and your theory does make sense.
So you really think that cuff was neutralizing your curse and preventing the seizure from coming on? Don't be ridiculous. You only had it on for a short while. How can you be sure based on what you read in that book?
I'm dying anyway, so it seems worth a try.
For all we know, that cuff could kill you immediately. What if that cuff was the catalyst for this seizure? Your case is different from Her Grace's situation. If you can just make it through this, you might live. You've already lived through 2 seizures, so why couldn't you survive a third?
You know, no one has ever survived 3 before.
That's enough. Mia, wait in the other room.
I.
Take the cuff back to the room. I need time to think.
Need time to think? It's all nonsense. Didn't you hear him? You're no help here. Go back to your room.
But if there's any chance we can prevent this seizure.
I told you, I'm the doctor. Are you telling me it's worth a shot since he'll die anyway? Who cares if Phineas agreed to it? I'll never agree. He's sick, so of course he's willing to try anything. You're not even one of us. Stop meddling in our affairs.
When the Grand Duke called her in earlier, his clothes were stained with blood. She's right. Phineas could have died immediately. But
I'm sorry for going back on my word about looking after his sled, but I'm going to have to ask you to take care of her. That document contains the details on what to do with my estate after I'm gone.
even still. Phineas.
He'll be fine. He just fainted.
Stop. Your Grace. Ah. This is it. I really am going to die. I never should have returned to this family. I only added to my guilt. First my brother, then my nephew died. I felt like I had to do something. But I should have just stayed away. No, I was already planning on leaving again. This frustrating household was just the same as when I had left the first time. So, why did I end up staying?
Uncle. Don't go. Please. Please help me.
Episode 92.
Why do you keep getting hurt like this?
I'm still too clumsy, I guess.
My youngest nephew is quick to give up. He's so young to be the head of the household. It's not his fault that his brother died and his sister had a breakdown. He should have given up and run away, like me. Why is he taking on so much responsibility? Right. I'm sure Mother will be pleased. He'll willingly take on the title of Grand Duke. There you go. Hold off on the swordplay for the time being. He seemed pathetic, but I pitied him at the same time.
Lord Phineas. What happened? He's asleep now. He should be stable now.
Your Grace. The sun has risen. The residence manager will be here any minute. Let's go get changed at least.
He might choke on his own blood, so we need to lay him on his side.
I know.
He told me to go back to our room and rest. But this all happened because of me. Even if he's stable now, Phineas could have been seriously hurt by my mistake. I found the clue by thinking about what I had read. If I linger here, I might be able to figure out more about this whole situation. I've never seen him look like that before. I can't imagine how anxious he felt. Ah. How is Lord Phineas doing?
He woke up for a few minutes. He also took some medicine, so you can rest easy.
Did the cuff work?
We could have just had the servants clean this up, but he was too stubborn. I'm almost done cleaning. You two should wash up and get changed. I want to rest, too. I haven't slept for days. Nothing big will happen while we sleep.
You must be exhausted. You should sleep.
But we still have to clean up.
A Grand Duke mopping up his own floors? Who could imagine such a thing? It's already dark again. Quite a lot of time must have passed. If you can, you should rest somewhere nearby.
You are truly. You must also be exhausted. You go get some rest too. That's enough for today.
Very well. Please let me know if anything happens.
Parashady. Never mind.
Thankfully, Lord Phineas is on the mend. As soon as he was better, I let Islet visit to calm her down.
Well, it's been a few days now. The worst seems to be over.
Phew.
I'm glad everything turned out alright, but I was on the edge of my seat. I know you are brave, Your Grace. But next time, I ask you to discuss your choices in full with the family. Lapileons will always be Lapileons. It's not about my job. I'm concerned for you, Your Grace. Of course.
Fortune must be on your side, Your Grace. I thank you for your help with Phineas. But my decision was also valid. Based on my experience as a Lapileon and my medical expertise, your suggestion truly seemed risky. You're only still here because you happen to be right. If you didn't, you would have been chased out of the house already. You know that, don't you?
I was prepared for the worst. Even before this. There were a few incidents where the same thing almost happened. I'm sorry you suffer as a Lapileon, and I want to help ease your suffering. But I won't tolerate any more of your attacks on me.
Attacks?
Me? Why would you say that to her?